So I want to make a video about this 2007 Chevy Avalanche I just picked up not too long ago. When I picked this thing up, it had a really bad lifter knock and it had a really hard misfire. Now I drove this thing an hour home thinking for sure the cam was wiped out and the lifters were absolutely just destroyed, and I was going to have to do a top end rebuild, probably put $1,000 worth of work into it. Well, I drove it home the way it was and went ahead and pulled the intake, pulled that valley cover. It took me about 45 minutes to do. And by the way, before I even mention that, I did pull my valve cover off and I went to check each rocker arm until I got to cylinder 7, which is where the misfires were mainly coming from, and I could move that rocker arm back and forth. It was really loose. So like I said, pulled all this apart. It took me about 45 minutes just to get this all down to the valley cover. Took that off. This is the original DOD valley cover here. Inspected my cam and it was in good shape. Nothing wrong with it. So lucky for me, I didn't have to go out and spend $1,000 for a full DOD delete kit with the cam and tuner and all that stuff. A lot of money to put into this truck with 200,000 miles. You know, if you're going to put that kind of money into this engine, you might as well just pull it and rebuild it. Well, anyway, so with the cam being in good shape, I decided to go to Crazed Performance website and order the tool needed to release the stuck lifter, and then get a Vlam sleeve, which again goes in under here to this original DOD valley plate. If you guys don't know what the Vlam is and you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, go to Crazed Performance YouTube channel and he will explain this entire process on how to do this hack or cheat, if you want to call it, and how to save yourself a ton of money. So essentially, if you have this lifter tick and you're looking at replacing the whole top end, doing lifters and all that, but your cam is still in good shape and you don't necessarily want to put a ton of money into your vehicle, you still want to have the same results, go check out Crazed Performance here on YouTube. Again, he will explain everything in great detail. Couple things I want to explain before I start this engine and let you hear what it sounds like now. You cannot do what I tried to do at first. I tried to replace the non-DOD or the this valley cover here with the Vlam. I tried to put a non-DOD valley cover in there after I released the lifter that was stuck. You cannot do that. It will put your vehicle right back into 4-cylinder mode and re-engage those lifters again. You'll have the same issues all over again. So you cannot use a non-DOD valley plate. You have to do the Vlam sleeve mod and the gasket mod and reinstall it. And you have to hook the wiring back up to the solenoids on the Vlam as well. You can't just leave it unplugged. You'll have issues. You'll have a lot of issues that'll come up. So let me go ahead and start this thing up for you guys and let you hear it. Remember, it was rough before. It was really running loud. And I wish I had a before video on how bad this thing was, but it runs nice and smooth. No more lifter tick. Knock. It was more than a tick, it was a knock. It was bad. Real loud. So, if you're looking to do this little cheat, I 100% recommend it to save yourself some money and time. One thing you will have to do though is you're gonna have to go on eBay. You got a couple different options. You can take your truck up to the shop and have the DOD removed from the programming in the computer, buy a tuner, or you can buy this $85 device on Amazon that just plugs right into your OBD2 port and it just shuts off the DOD. That way your truck will run normal. But that's it. And it sounds good, runs good. I haven't had any issues with it so far. I've been driving it around. So I'd say it's a win so far. Again, go check out Crazed Performance YouTube channel. He will explain all of this. Good way to save yourself some money if you don't want to drop all the money into it to do the full delete.